and then back by unpopular demand with 15 views on the Xbox One video, which is more than I thought, because frankly, I don't think the Xbox One is as popular as, well, Nintendo Switch or PlayStation, so I highly expected the Xbox One video to not do as well. Also because I don't have a, a consistent fan base, one subscriber, but regardless, I still have, I still made it, and I put the Xbox One next, because I think in the Switch video I said I'd do the PS4, PS5 next, but the thing is, the Xbox was just next in line. I mean, the PS5 is technically next in line, but like, you know, it'd be 3 PS5 and then Xbox One and then PS4, and I might as well get this out of the way. It goes PS5, Xbox One to PS4, because I wanted to keep these things in like chronological order of the systems that came out. And that makes no sense because of the Switch games, but let me kind of explain it, because so technically the PS4 came out before the Xbox One, and then PS5. And I really wanted to put the PS5 games next to each other. I mean, PS5 games next to the PS4 games, because it looks better that way. But I didn't really want to do that. I mean, I wanted to, but I just didn't, because I prefer chronological order. And the only reason I put the Switch games above everything is because, well, the reason for that is just because these boxes, I said that I like them being chronological order of system they came out, you know, Wii U, Wii, and stuff. But like, the thing is, these boxes are so different. Even if it's chronologically Xbox One, Switch, and PS5, I didn't want this, you know, like, I'll move like 3 games from the Switch, with the PlayStation 5 games here. Won't look right. Like this, I didn't want anything like this going on, because it just looks wrong on a lot of levels for me. It's like, it makes it a lot hard to see the Switch games, and also, it just doesn't feel right. Unlike the PS3 games, I originally had them, the PS3 games I had next to the PS4 games right here, but, you know, they're the same width as Wii and Xbox 360 games, and, yeah, it really didn't matter as much as, you know, this huge contradiction. I don't know if I was thinking for a bit of time for putting the Switch games down where my handhelds are. I decided not to, because it's still technically a home console at the end of the day. But anyway, this is probably going to do better than the Xbox One video if someone decides to still watch these things. So let's get started with, well, I guess a little background with the PS4 and PS5. Because I've never actually owned a PS4. Back in 2020 of April, my sister bought a PS4, and I always thought if I wanted to play a PS4 exclusive or something, I could just borrow her PS4, but everything else, I could play it on Xbox One. So when I had the choice of buying a new console, I chose the Xbox One. Even now, to this day, I don't regret buying an Xbox One. I do prefer the PS4 mildly, or a lot more than the Xbox One, but it's not bad. Still though, PS4 is now my more, you know, preferred way. Anyways, a couple months later, while my sister was still here, she moved out. That sentence was contradictory, but a couple months, like a month or so before the PS5 came out, I think my sister, well, it's not that, how do I say this? She graduated college, so I had less time to play my PS4, because now that she graduated college, she was kind of just waiting for COVID to end, I think, so she could move out, well, properly, because I think she already had a job and stuff, so she was good on that front. So since she was home more often, I couldn't play my PS4 games as much, so thus I bought more Xbox One games. I regret that, because I really wish I could play most of these games on PS4, because it's my preferred console to play, but regardless, yeah. So since I never owned a PS4, when the time came for next-gen consoles, I got a PS5, and I would like to note, I got the PS5 day 1, November 20th, without, no scalper bullshit, like, with my own money. Like, I didn't ask my dad to buy it for me, no, I saved money in the worst way possible, and I got a PS5, $500, with Spider-Man Miles Morales, so, plus tax, so it's around $600. I worked for, well, I did work for about 6 months for this, and it is a lot, but like, I think by the time I was like 3 months into saving, that's when I stopped working for my dad. Because let's see, again, September of 2020. Yeah, September of 2020. That's when I stopped working for my dad to do school, as in high school. So I started, getting money in, different ways. Different ways. I don't really want to explain how because it's kind of pathetic. But regardless, it was a lot slower than working for my dad, but I managed. And my dad kind of got lucky with pre-orders because I just gave my dad the amount of tax money, which was around 600 or so. I gave him all the money he needed and asked him to pre-order it and stuff. So in a way, I guess I did ask my dad to pay for it, but I still gave him the cash. And he got lucky and checked the Best Buy website for like 3 times and reloaded it. He got it, he pre-ordered it somehow the first night of trying, and now it's here. I was so excited. I never thought he could pull it off, but he managed somehow everything. I couldn't pick up with him because it came out on a Friday, so no, it came out on a Thursday, so I had school that day, so I couldn't play it. I couldn't skip this school day. I think I had a test or something. But when I got home, PS5 all day. Spider-Man Miles Morales, and taking all my PS4 games and putting them into the PS5. It was loony. But, yeah, that's the order of my PS5, and now I don't really, That's the order of the PS5. It's been the same since. I used to have it standing up, and then I changed my setup a bit, so it won't fit standing up because it'll hit the TV. So it's laying down. I had it standing up around a year, so now sitting at like, not a year, it hasn't even been out for a year. It's had standing up for around like 6 months, and then I only had it lying on its side like a couple, I don't know how long, 3 months ago, yeah. And I'm still not used to it being laid down like this. It just kind of looks like a normal Wii like this, but sideways like this. That is the GameCube slot. Sideways like this. It doesn't really feel right to me still. Regardless, though, it's just what I have to do. So yeah, on to the games. I only have 3 PS5 games, only one of which is exclusive to PS5. These two, PS4, Switch, Xbox One. This also on PS4. But I don't care about saving storage space yet. I love these 2 games, and I'm not ashamed to have the PS5 version. Spider-Man Miles Morales, launch edition, and launch title for the PS5. I don't know I love Spider-Man PS4. It's just more of it. The story is a lot simpler and, predictable and stuff, but I think it's supposed to be that because it's like a DLC game. Although the PS5 was the start of games being $70 brand new, this was technically $50 brand new unless you got the remastered version, but I didn't because I have Spider-Man PS4 right here. I didn't really want to replay it because it's kind of long and I already 100% it. But for $50, I mean, some people definitely wouldn't think it's worth it, and I could see why. But I thought it was worth it. Maybe it was just the new console jitters, but I had a blast with this game. I enjoyed it more than the original. But that's only because it was shorter, easier to 100%, and Miles himself, I think, moves and plays and just is better better protagonist than Peter Parker. His tricks in the air, how he swings, yeah. I'm not gonna say his storyline was better because it was a bit, again, rushed, predictable. But regardless, I just had more fun with Miles Morales. He fights better, it runs better because it's a PS5 game. Yeah, Miles Morales. Plus, I love the art style, and there's so many neat things here. Like there's a pride flag on one of the streets and a BLM thing on the streets. That is really cool. And there's representation. I'm pretty sure there's some non-binary characters. I think I saw, there was a gay couple. I think I saw there were 2 girls that were dating. That was awesome. And even someone that was deaf doing sign language, representation like that, just showing these people, they exist, but they're still, humans, people, part of, our world that we live in. They're still people. You don't really have to treat them differently. They're just not this, I'm not, I'm saying a lot because I'm kind of nervous to talk about this. I'm not exactly I don't think I'm the most experienced or well-informed on topics like this with modern day racism. I'm just a teenager, as previously stated. I don't think I have the knowledge or even knowledge or well, knowledge. Yeah, I don't have. I'm blanking out because I'm very, very nervous to talk about this stuff. I don't have the knowledge or wisdom, I guess, to talk about this stuff. But regardless, it's just fun to see nice LGBTQ representation and I think representation of different types of people who are still people at the end of the day. I'm really bad at talking about stuff like this because I'm trying really hard not to offend people because I am a big people person, I think. Oh, also, the launch edition comes with extra suits and I think a power-up, which I greatly enjoy. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2! I got this because I thought this would be the same as the first one, and it is. The only main difference really is the story mode, and I don't know if there's any modes different, but regardless, I had a blast with this game. It's just fun. I don't know, it's just fun, yeah. I love Tetris. I'm not as big of a fan as Puyo Puyo, but I love Tetris. The story mode was fun. Of course, I wasn't really missing anything. It was pretty easy to gather what happened in the first story. The story in the first game is the exact same in this one, I think. The worlds combined, you gotta uncombine them, and then they forget everything. And then, they do this exact same adventure with a new villain, and yada yada yada. Standard story, it was cute and fun, and then some of the fights were really hard in it. But yeah, it's just Puyo Puyo Tetris. What more could you ask for? Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, I adore this game. It looks incredible. I would debate it is the best looking video game on consoles so far. Haven't had, but on consoles at least, I would argue about that. Of course, I don't have a lot of PS5 games because I'm not a big, like Demon Souls. I'm not a big, I don't know what type of genre game it is, but like, it's not my type of game. The Dark Soul games or Dark Soul, Demon Souls, stuff like that. They're not really my thing. I'm just not that kind of guy. So yeah, this is the first PS5 game I bought for the full $70, and when I say that, I'm lying. I bought this for $50 on eBay. It was open box. They hadn't played it yet, and the codes inside weren't actually used yet. They just took off the wrapping, and I bought it for $50, and I do not regret it. I think I bought it a bit hastily, but I don't care because this game looks incredible. I stopped playing like a quarter of the way through because I'm 100%ing it right now, but it just kind of lost my interest. I was a big fan of Ratchet and Clank on the Ps4, which we will get to later, but yeah, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. A lot of fun. I will definitely finish it within the near future. We skip over all of this. Okay, it's going to be a bit hard to, whatever. The Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. In my Xbox One video, I talked about how one of my Xbox One games broke, so I just got the PS4 version, so it wasn't far in it. It was this game, the Insane Trilogy. It first originated on the PlayStation console. I thought it would fit that one better. I didn't sell my Xbox version because I don't know why, but I preferred using the Xbox One controller slightly because, I don't know. I wanted to use I like the D-pad for this game, but it is just not that good. I've only beat the first Bandicoot game in this trilogy, but I will definitely beat the other two because the first one was a lot of fun. Even that damn bridge level, it was not that fun actually, but after I beat it, it was okay, and it was still a lot of fun. Moving on. Ooh, okay. Cyberpunk. I didn't buy this at launch because I wanted to see what people thought of it, and good call I made, because everyone knows by now, but doesn't, run the best on consoles. PC can be okay, but they did release an update that makes it run a lot better. But even then, even on my PS5, I still get a lot of really bad textures. Not a lot of glitches, just bad textures, really. Bad textures, and some minor glitches, but and very, very long loading times. I'm talking 30 seconds. Also sometimes it does, the AI does bullshitty. Regardless, though, it is a very quality and fun game, and when it works, it is a very just fun place to walk around and look at. Yeah, and I haven't beat it yet. I'm somewhat far in it, like a big story spoiler past, but yeah. Also, I made my penis small in this game because it's small in real life. Ha 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 ha. Funnily enough, I bought this for 30 bucks at Best Buy because it was on sale, and I thought, why not? That update came out, so I might as well. And I got the, just a really quick detour here. Oh, I should probably grab this stuff later too. Oh, that's my face. Yeah. I got the I don't know what this is, the collector's edition. I'm not sure. I think this is how it comes in every box, really, but yeah, it's really weird. It comes with a 30-day free trial to HBO Max, which was expired when I got it. And I think this is a World Compendium, some postcards, and yeah, that's really it. I will clean this up later. But... oh, and also inside the box, the exact same time, there's, I forgot. Yeah, dual disc. This neat little message, I like to think from Keanu Reeves. Some stickers, because okay, and an ad for more stuff from CD Projekt Red. Yeah, they made the Witcher 3 games. Hooray! I don't play Witcher 3. Yeah. Anyway, I used to have Witcher 3, but I sold it because that was my thing. Next, I might as well talk about all three of these games at one time because they're all from the same series. Yeah. Danganronpa 1 and 2 Reload. Danganronpa Another Episode, Ultra Despair Girls, and Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. Okay, so I will be honest. This I did not buy myself. I got it as a gift. This is an empty shell of a box because I like putting my digital media in empty boxes because I only do that because I want to get the physical version, but you know, the disc is like 60 bucks. With the disc, I mean the game with like the box and everything is like 100 or 200 or something, and I really don't want to spend the extra money for the box. So like I'll print my own box so that on eBay I could just buy the disc and then, you know, buy the disc only so I don't have to, you know, buy it with the box for like an extra 20 bucks when I can buy a box on eBay for like $5 instead. I will get the physical version of this game one day. This, I got the Peggy because no region locking on PS4 and PS5. This, my sister was a fan of Danganronpa way before I was, and she was able to buy Danganronpa V3 physical copy, day 1 edition I might add, with this really sick, well, this music DVD, the game disc itself, and day 1 edition I think that says. And yeah, just a quick little description of every character with some photos and stuff. I don't like this game's ending, if you're wondering. But anyway, yeah, I like Danganronpa 1. My favorite is 2, like every fan. A lot of people dog on this one, on this entry because it's not like a mainline game. But I feel like it was a very necessary game in the Danganronpa series. It still had a very important story to tell, being what the hell happened after Naegi and everyone got out of the school. I'm spoiling a lot, I'm sorry. But yeah, yeah, I'm sorry, but it was a very necessary story to tell at the very least, and I greatly enjoyed it, and I will not spoil it anymore, and I apologize very dearly. Yeah, and I got this for my birthday, and by that I mean someone just got me an Amazon gift card, so I was like, fuck it. And I will be entirely honest, physical copies of this game, 60 bucks, but Peggy, only 30. Only 30 bucks for this on Peggy, 30 bucks digitally. I was like, screw it, I prefer physical media. Like a dork. This is near 120 or 200, or I don't know, I think 120 or something near that, or 100 on eBay for physical copy, Ps4 Vita. So I'm glad I got this for free because my sister gave it to me so I could put it on my shelf, because yeah, very good. I feel like it's a smart game with some very dumb writing. I love Danganronpa a lot. Its concept's amazing. I wanted Danganronpa 4, but I don't know how they would make it Danganronpa 4. Also, Decadence coming out. That's fun. Death Stranding. I don't know. I haven't played this game a lot. I'll play it someday, definitely, because I want to walk. For real, I just think the story will be really cool. But I'm not a big fan of the gameplay. I've played like 10 minutes of it. I did not like walking all the way there. Although I did like that dramatic cave scene in the beginning. Detroit Become Human. This is another game I want to talk about a bit more. Oh, I forgot. With Cyberpunk, I got this really neat. I don't know what to call these things. I think like extra cases. I put my Final Fantasy VII Remake data disc and my Last of Us Part 2 data disc in here because I didn't want to leave them in the original box. But yeah, came in one of these extra little cases, and I think they're really cool and neat and fun. My bed is a mess, but yeah, I don't use these things, so they don't fit snugly in my collection. But regardless, anyway, on to Detroit Become Human. Whoopsie, pick that up. With Detroit Become Human, I didn't know when I would buy it, but one day, roaming around Best Buy with some money in my pocket, I found this collection. And normally I wouldn't have bought this collection because it's like $60, and sure, 20 each, but like I wasn't the big Quantic Dreams guy. But I found it on sale for $20 for all of them in total. So I thought, why not? It's like $7.33 each. That is not an accurate number. I'm not gonna do that math right now. Yeah, Detroit Become Human and the Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls games. I did get. Where are they? I did get, both games on PS3. There wasn't a collection on PS3. What this is I made my own case because I ran out of PS3 boxes for Beyond Two Souls, and I was like, what do I do? So I thought for a while, I was like, I'll just make my own, collection box for these two games. So I just like stacked the two discs on each other, which is not the best idea. It wasn't the best idea. So instead, I put one of the games in the manual because it's hardly any different, and because I'll never play the PS3 version, but I want to own them anyway. So yeah, that was that. So yeah, I have this collection. I started Heavy Rain because child abduction, but I haven't started the other two yet. I'll finish Heavy Rain first. I already know everything about the spoilers and stuff. So yeah, just woo. Next, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Got this on sale in GameStop. There's some tape and cracks here because I bought this used at GameStop, which was a horrible mistake. It was $30 on sale on GameStop, so I got on a 2-for-1 deal. The data disc you saw was in the Cyberpunk thing. This neat little card. Here's the game, but I don't really want to take it out the paper, so I just kind of have to like find the spot. Okay. Like you see right here, you can see this little black dot. That was because there were a lot of cuts and dashes in this. I don't know what happened. I think that some kid took a knife or something, just cut this up. So I got this in horrible condition. The case was just spitting out plastic everywhere, and it was gross. So I decided to switch to the black version on the outside of the case and use a Sharpie to fill in because I think there was like a little tear right here, so I just kind of taped it together on the white side and used a Sharpie to fill it in so you couldn't tell. And the problem is, I don't like this as much as the white. I mean, I'm not saying the white is the greatest either, but at least it's something. Like, let's take out the disc now. Cloud is standing in front of, I believe is Sector 7 or something. No, not Sector 7. He's standing right in front of, like, the bad guy base. I forgot a lot of the story. And he's holding his sword and everything. The logo's up there. Here, it's just black with the logo, and it's not visually appealing. It's just black with the logo. And it doesn't look that cool. But, yeah, I don't want that little white thing with the gash in it. And plus, I already put tape and everything on the inside like this. So I put tape on the white part of the paper. So I just gotta live with this now. At the very least, though, it does fit snugly here. Because if I had two white backgrounds with a black text of Final Fantasy with the same font and everything, I think it'd look a bit off. And what a great transition to Final Fantasy X and X2 HD Remaster. That is a handful. Yeah, I haven't started Final Fantasy X yet, but I didn't have a PS2 at the time, and I really just wanted to play Final Fantasy X, so I bought this on sale along with Metal Gear Solid 5 and some other junk like that. Ghost of Tsushima. You see the director's cut of this game? That's fun, but I already have the PS4 version, so I don't need it. But still, this looks very high quality. High quality enough to beat Smash Bros. No, wait, no, that was Sakura died twice as to which game beats Smash Bros. Whatever. Good enough to beat Last of Us 2 at the Game Awards in 2019? Or 2020? Probably. Did it? No, but it looks like a lot of fun. God of War PS4. I've tried to play this game once, and I will be honest, I was bored, but that was because I was more of a gameplay guy than a story guy. Now, I am definitely going to give this game a second and more fair chance. But for now, just GTA, the trilogy, there is no physical copy of this game. Again, it's one of those digital ones I printed out. And unlike the other ones, there's no actual disc for this. I just really wanted, because this was a digital release on PS4, the 3 GTAs on PS2 and the original Xbox. The thing is that there is a physical trilogy release, but it's only on PS2. But I really want to buy that. So until I get the PS2 trilogy release, I'm keeping this on my shelf because I don't want to keep this trilogy off the shelf because it's just so much fun to put on the shelf. But I will wait till I get that trilogy, then I'll remove this. Gravity Rush Remastered. I'm sorry, but this is another one of those. I will get the physical copy. For now, I have this printout because you've seen how much. You probably haven't seen, but $60. No, not 60. Near 100. I don't know how much. I haven't checked in a while, but a lot of money on eBay. And the disc, I could just get it. I want to get it along with the disc so that I could just put it in this because buy it with the box, it's like an extra $20, and I'm not doing that. I don't know why this game's so expensive. I got it $10 on the PS4 store digitally, but yeah, I really want to get a physical copy. Now this is an actual physical copy of the Gravity Rush game because it's only $20, and the ad for Gravity Rush Remastered. I guess while I'm here though, yeah, I should probably do that too. I forgot that I should probably talk about these two. I loved Gravity Rush 1. It was a lot of fun. Just flying around and stuff. And plus, it runs better than Gravity Rush 2. That's because this is the remastered version. I think it did come out before Gravity Rush 2. This runs at 30 FPS. This is 60, but FPS doesn't really matter to me too much. But yeah, I like this game a lot. But after I played the second game and how much quality it has, I kind of look at the first game with a bit more shame because sure, the first game runs better remastered. It did run on 30 on the Vita, but anyway, the second game, it's, I think, the same amount of chapters, but like, there's more content in the second game. I felt motivated to do a lot more. The first game, the only characters I really liked were Sid, Cat, and Raven. Not much more. Gravity Rush 2, I like so much more, like Lisa, and I can only think of Lisa at the time because she's so pretty, but yeah, Gravity Rush 2, I like it a lot more. Its ending, I thought was very cool. I'm a bit saddened by it, but I still like its ending a lot. And Gravity Rush 1, yeah. The thing is, like, I can remember a lot about Gravity Rush 2's story. So much more of Gravity Rush 2's story more than Gravity Rush 1, but I think Gravity Rush 1 had, like, Gravity Rush 2, it added a lot more, like, flying modes, like a heavy mode or an extra light fast mode. But the thing is with those two modes, my main gripe with them is that they're not really that fun, honestly. Like, the heavy mode just makes you go slow and you jump harder and you do more hit damage, but it's not that fun to control. You just go really slow. And the fast one, you are, like, in both games, like, the fly kick was already pretty bad because you can miss a lot of the time, but the fly kick misses so much more from what I can even remember in the second game. So yeah, I would say the first game is a lot more fun with the combat and stuff, and the flying even. The first game does better like flying and combat, but two is my more preferred game because the story, the characters, and it's not that the other modes are bad; they're just not as fun. And I forgot to talk about it, but I might as well mention I did like Final Fantasy VII Remake. I never did play the original Final Fantasy VII. I have it on Xbox. I used to have it on Xbox Game Pass, but I have a PlayStation Mini Classic console, so I could just play that instead. But I did like the remake, although I don't know if I'm really up to the idea of buying 4 Final Fantasy Remastered, Final Fantasy VII Remastered 2, 3, and 4, because this is not the full story. I already know one of the biggest spoilers at the end of the original game, but yeah, I did like it. Hitman Definitive Edition. I got this for my sister, the same sister who gave me Danganronpa. I got it for her, and then she moved out, and then just said I could have this game too, even though I got it for her as a birthday gift, so yeah, I just have it on my shelf. Haven't played it yet, but it actually does look like fun. Same with Horizon Zero Dawn. Actually, at first, she did have this, still wrapped and everything. She just didn't unbox it yet because she's not open happy as much as I am. But then it became free, and it became free in 2020 or 2021, and she didn't have much need for this anymore, and she asked me if I wanted it so I could put it on my shelf because she knows me. And I thank her because now it's on my shelf, and it's so much fun to have this rap game here. Yeah, I haven't played it yet, but the Forbidden West looks really cool. I might play the first one now. I don't know. I'm not gonna sell this, but I don't know. I'm probably just gonna leave it wrapped for a while. Infamous Second Son. I bought this in like a 10-game bundle from GameStop. I did have to print out my box art, but disc is still in there. I got the limited edition disc, which means nothing to me. But regardless, it is a lot of fun. I have not beat it yet. I'm always like, I play 1 hour of it, and then I move on with my life, and then like 2 months later, I'll play another hour, then move on for another 2 months. But it was a lot of fun to just, use my powers of good and evil, and I'm a suck-up, so I'm on the good side all the time. Inside and Limbo, I think, yeah, okay, I swear to God, this is the last game where I got it digitally, and I plan to buy the disc, but I don't want to, the thing is, I got it digitally because it was only $2 for both games combined in a collection on PS4 store. But I do want the disc, so I will get the disc sometime. But for now, with my limited amount of money, $2, man, I couldn't beat it. Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5 Remix, and Kingdom Hearts 3. I haven't played any of them yet. I don't really want to play them yet because I don't want to get too addicted because they don't have Kingdom Hearts. I don't have Kingdom Hearts 2.8 HD Remix, the final chapter yet, and I think I heard it was necessary for the entire story plus all the DS games and stuff. I've just really been unmotivated to play any Kingdom Hearts games because of how many games I'd have to play for everything. So yeah, I've been procrastinating on that, but I will play it soon. LA Noire. I am a sucker for murder games, as you saw with Danganronpa and Ace Attorney, and I love this. It's like how actual police investigations go. And I watch a lot of TV shows, they don't go like this, but that's to be expected. It's like they take the job seriously or something. But, it's a lot of fun. And this is also a lot of fun. I'm somewhat good at reading people's faces. I hope I get better. Little Nightmares 2. This game's ending made me very, very sad. I played the first one because I got PS Now for free, I think, or it was like $1 for a month or something. I think it was free for a month, so I got it I got the first game free for a month, and I thought the first game was a lot of fun. I liked all of its themes and elements and gameplay and all the visuals and how, not really, it's like scary, but still, it's kind of cute at the same time. I love the first game, so I got the physical copy of the second game for like $20, brand new at Best Buy. I think I like it more, and its ending makes me very sad because I like what happens, but I don't like what happens, and I want a third game so we can find an explanation of why that happened. Knack. I got this kind of because, well, it is, I'm not going to say it was influential to the PS4 success, but it was a very big launch title. It was technically one of the biggest launch titles for the PS4. This and Killzone Shadowfall. But people don't like the PS4's launch, and for good damn reason. I might play this. Yeah, moving on. Little Big Planet 3. I'm ashamed to say, I'm not really ashamed actually, but this is my first PS4 game in 2020, and I still haven't played it yet. I'm not really worried about the continuity of playing the first two games. It's just, I don't really want to play, if I want to play 2D platformer, whenever I did want to play in 2020, I had a lot of better options. I just kind of passed on this game. I will definitely put it in soon because I do love its art style a lot. It's like Yoshi's Crafted World, but on steroids. Marvel's Spider-Man PS4. I love this game a lot, but I could not remember its story. I could remember very basic summary, but if you asked me to name something important to have in every chapter, I'd turn blank. I have this in a red box because a lot of weird complication with GameStop returns and how they didn't return my bullcrap, or if I don't know, a lot of weird stuff with GameStop. So in the end, I had an extra red case. So I was like, okay, I have an extra red case. What am I gonna do with it? I don't have any more PlayStation hits. And I was like, oh, Spider-Man, it already uses a red box art. I'll just put it on Spider-Man. And honestly, it is pretty. I'm not saying it blends in the best, but it does blend in the best out of everything else here. And yeah, I 100%ed this game, all of it. Well, I didn't have every trophy. The only trophy I don't have is the 100% it twice on New Game Plus, so I will pass, but still, a lot of fun, and it made me get Miles Morales. Mega Man Legacy Collection. I'll be honest, I prefer it on PS4 only because of the D-pad, but honestly, I think it'd feel more at home on the Switch. But yeah, I just like the Mega Man games because I like 2D platformers. However, yeah, it was. However, it's kind of bullshit. I haven't beat the first one in this collection, the first game in this collection, but I will someday, and it was fun. It was fun while I played. Metal Gear Solid 5. I have every Metal Gear Solid game, and this was my first one. Yeah. It was my first Metal Gear Solid game because I was like, I'll buy the other games, but first, let me just buy this. I got this in that deal with Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2 over there. Yeah, I will play the first one very soon, I promise. Snake is in Smash Bros. So that's cool. Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royale. I might as well talk about these two at the same time. I love Persona. I don't know if I talked about this in the last two, but I adore Persona with my heart. With my heart. It stole my heart, indeed. These were my first Persona games. Well, this was my first Persona game. I loved it. I'm in love with it. It's not my favorite Persona game in the series, but I greatly enjoyed Persona 5. And Persona 5 Royale, it fixed a lot of the little problems I had with Persona 5 original. Well, actually, it didn't fix that much. The story, like, the whole January and February arcs with, the twist villain, who I will not name, the double twist villain, who I will not name, and the red hair girl, who I will still not name, even though you could see who she is. All of that stuff I love. I think they made that perfect. The last February and January months, what they do in those months, I think they nailed it and it was perfect. Because the original Persona 5 where it ended off with a certain character, it was a bit sloppy, or I didn't like it. And also, they made it less obvious who the bad guy was in Royale. But it should be pretty obvious who the bad guy is if you've played these games. Hooray! Yeah. Yeah, I love Royale a lot more. And yeah, I will say, though, I do appreciate all the newer social links they added compared to 4 Golden. But also, it's technically like a same console re-release. So, like, I can understand if you bought 5 and you didn't buy Royale, but the only reason I got Royale is because I just wanted to see what January and February brought to the table. And it made one of my most okay characters in the original Persona 5 even better. So, yeah, good for, I don't know, consumerism. Where's Persona 6? Atlas, you're doing Persona announcements this month. Come on. Persona 5 Strikers. I got this at Best Buy full price, and, well, my dad had a coupon of $35 off any product, so I used the pre-order. I pre-ordered this with the $35 off. And along with pre-ordering it, I got... Where did it go? Right, I put it over here. This neat little thing. This is on the box art itself already, but regardless, it is just really cool because it feels nice and it looks pretty nice as well. All the characters. What I don't like is that the intro and even the box art spoils one of the greatest things. I didn't even consider it a spoiler. I wasn't like shocked. I was like, oh, finally, it's happening. But like, there's a really big spoiler that some people apparently didn't know about, which I was shocked by because I thought everyone would have known because it's in this intro. But they don't they act like it's a big twist that it even happened. I was like, what? It's in the intro. I'm not talking about it. And also, I guess I forgot to mention, but when I bought Splatoon 2, I got this sweet little collector's edition came with a bonus guide, but I should have mentioned that in my Splatoon 2 video, in my Switch video, but I forgot because I'm a moron, so I mentioned it now. Well, it's too late. I don't really like the spine too much. It's like they took some random text and yeah. Still though, I just wish this text followed the line of this. And while we were on the topic of this, I don't like these spines. No. They're really small, short. They should have been good example, I guess. I have to find one. Good example. Oh yeah, sure. Like Ultra Asparagos, this, it's already really, big and wide. If you shrunk it down this way and stretch it out, it would have, not fit well. So they just, they made the text still big and somehow it still fits. Like this text, in my opinion, is on the spine still fits this. What I'm saying is they were willing to change the logo of the game so it would fit on this box. better so that you could read it better and see it better, and so it looked more appealing. Because this looked incredible, but it would not fit here properly. It would have been too stretched out and everything, or too small. So they had to, or willing to change the fonts or change part of its logo and art style or art itself. And I like that they did that. I wish they did that here. I wish like they would do the P5 and then Persona 5 is on the right, but no, they just put the game's logo and stuff right here, all stacked on each other. I wish they separated the P5 and the Persona 5 text. I wish they separated that. Same with P5R, but they did it with P5 Strikers. They didn't put this P5S Persona 5 Strikers on this box. They changed the font and spread it out, which I prefer. Why didn't they do that here? And why didn't they do that here? Whatever. Ratchet and Clank PS4. I had a very jolly good time with this. It was just fun shooting stuff. I just had fun shooting stuff, really. All the different weapons, it was insane. And I guess, while I have time, I will talk about this now. I don't like these red boxes. No, I don't. They don't. Like, this doesn't feel right. I mean, it doesn't look right to me. And the spine, it infuriates me. Look at this. This doesn't feel right. Like, you got all these different colors, and then you get this bull crap. Like, what? It doesn't, like, I thought Persona 5 Royal was one of them, but no, it's not. It's meant to be like that, and I can understand, but this, it makes no sense for Ratchet and Clank to have this red background like this. The original, it's, you know, blue sky of, I think, the first world, and Ratchet and Clank are on this bottom right here, and that made sense. This makes no sense. It's just red. I don't know why they did this. I don't get it. It makes no sense. They did it on PS3, but it's been more tolerable on PS3. Whatever. Resident Evil 2. I got this at Dell, at the Dell store, because I had a gift card there. It is a very good horror game and remake, but I haven't fully beat it yet, and I haven't played it since I bought it, but I will definitely beat it though. I'm actually interested in this game because I'm not the biggest horror guy, and it inspired me to buy Resident Evil 7. Shadow of the Colossus, a remake of a PS2 game. Not remake, but more of a remaster, or I don't know really, but yeah. I don't have much to say about this. I haven't even played it yet. I downloaded it, and that's about it. That's all I've really done with this game. I do wish they would also bring back Shadow of the Colossus and Eco on PS2. There's a HD collection on PS3 that wasn't really the biggest thing. I wish they would re-release Eco or something on PS4 so that I could play it here instead of playing PS Now, whatever. Shenmue 1 and Shenmue 2 and Shenmue 3. Shenmue 1 2, I have a neat little poster right here on the top of this Breath of the Wild thing. And I got a Cyberpunk poster too, which I put right next to my desk to remind me that no matter how ready I think I am, I will still always be a buggy failure. But, you know, Shenmue 1 2, it is a lot of fun. I gotta zoom out. The audio in game 1 and 2, bit wonky, but it was a Dreamcast game. I adore the Dreamcast. I don't have one or any of its games. Well, ports. I only have ports of their games, but the games they had did have like Shenmue, Sonic Adventure, Crazy Taxi. I adore them so much. I wish they would like re-release them in like a collection. And there is collections, but I wish there was like one that was more than 6 games. You know, not just Jet Set Future, Sega Bass Pro Fishing. Like some of the more unknown Sega Dreamcast games are still high quality. Streets of Rage 4. I mentioned in my Xbox One video that I love 2D side-scrolling fighting games, and there was a recent surge in either sequels, long-awaited sequels, or redos or sequels or like reboots of these captive games in the last 5 years, and I love all of them. This is potentially my favorite one. Well, no, it's not. It's not River City Girls, but like it's like the second favorite. It's still really good. Tearaway Unfolded. Honestly, kind of boring. It's like a 3D Little Big Planet. It's just not really my thing. I don't know what to say. It came out on the PS Vita. Oh yeah, this is also one of those box sets I printed out. But rest assured, I got the disc. But They didn't give me the box art. They gave me a blue box with the white text. That stupid GameStop thing. I hated it, so I made my own. As I said, I got this from the Quantum Dream collection. I like Heavy Rain a lot, and I haven't started Beyond Two Souls, but yeah. Okay, last stretch. I have a lot to say on 5 of these. Last of Us. I will be honest. I love the story. So, I love the story, and I like this game. So please trust me when I say the gameplay's boring. I don't like zombie games. I don't like them. I don't like shooting zombies that much. Zombies themselves aren't that fun to shoot. They're already dead. Why would you want to shoot them again? In all honesty, I don't like zombie games. They're just not that fun for me. I'm not even a big shooting guy. I mean, you could tell with all this virginity in the air, but I'm not the biggest shooter. That's always been a me thing, and I'm not the biggest shooter. If I play a game itself, it has to be third-person shooter. The only first-person shooter I've played is Metroid Prime and Halo. Oh, that's my cat, if you could hear it. But yeah, this is a third-person shooter. The gameplay is boring. It's not that fun. But the story itself and its pacing are really good, top-notch. Naughty Dog, yeah. They did it again with its story. It's just more fun gameplay. And in 2 games from now, we will see a game with great story and actually fun gameplay. Last of Us Part 2. I will be honest. I don't like the story. Big shocker. But the gameplay. I like the gameplay in this one. I prefer it immensely to the first game. Okay, Last of Us Part 2, its story, I had a lot of problems with. Pregnancy, so much death, revenge is bad, whatever. It was kind of bad, generic, really. But I had fun with the gameplay. You kill more humans than anything. You still kill your fair share of zombies, but what I remember, you kill more humans and stuff. And they had a lot of more moves to, your moveset. You can do a lot more stuff. It's still the same as the first game, but I don't know why. It just feels so much more refined and perfected in Game 2. I don't know why. It's not even that different when I think about it, but I don't know. I just had a lot more fun playing this one. It's just the story's not good. Moving on. Uncharted. I will just take all 3 at once. Uncharted, Nathan Drake, Uncharted 4, Uncharted Lost Legacy. I have the PS3 versions of all 3 of the first 3, but I got it to the collection because the collection on PS4/remaster is a lot better. PS3 versions, I would know, and so would everyone else who's played both. But I greatly enjoy Uncharted. That's all I could say. My first copy of this game broke, but it didn't break until it decided to work until I was 90% done with the first game's story. So by the time I was 90% through the first game's story, that's when I decided to never work again, and that was also when my warranty ran out. Damn, I was so sad. So yeah. Can you imagine you beat 90% of like 90% of Last of Us or 90% of a video game, you're at the last stretch and then it just doesn't work, so you have to buy a new copy. I bought a new copy within a week after it broke, but I was so upset, man. I should never buy used games for GameStop again, but Uncharted 1, fun for the time. Worst game in the series now. Uncharted 2, I don't like it as much as other people do. I do like it. I like it the most of the trilogy of the 3, but I don't like it as much as everyone else. 3, I like more than a lot of other people. A lot of people say it's like an Uncharted 2, but the story's worse. I don't really agree. The gameplay is the same in all 3, but the story, I prefer Game 2 story, but Game 3 story is not that bad. I still enjoyed it. Uncharted 4. Again, printed box art. This box is in horrible condition. Of course, they got the disc still. But, yeah, disc with horrible box, white text. Uncharted 4 is probably my favorite Uncharted game. It is good, but the story, I do have some minor problems with it, like, not even like a time in the story where I want to explain it. I don't want to spoil anything, but Uncharted 4 is my favorite Uncharted game out of all of them. And I will take the time to say now, Last of Us Part 2, one thing I do have a problem with, it is twice as long as the first game. It was too long for me. Also, a thing with all of these games is, honestly, they're like, in all 4 of these games, well, 7, I guess. In all 7 of these games, there was like, their stories I like, either their stories are too long and there were parts in the story would have been perfectly okay if it ended with, but instead it goes on for another 20 minutes or an hour and it just irks. This is one of those, it could have ended at 4 different points would have been okay, but there's always something more that happens, although the more that happens adds the complexity and fun of the story. This was just far too long for my liking. Also, again, could have ended any time.
chose not to. And some of I feel like there's a lot of fat in these first 3 games. Like you could cut down a couple of chapters or make them shorter or more interesting. And this is one of those, like, the story, there's a really big hole in it, really. Not like a whole contradiction, more like we get an explanation as to why something happened. More of like forgiveness and stuff. And Lost Legacy. It is short, quick, fun, Uncharted. And that's all it really is, really. It's like DLC. I got it for $20. I do enjoy it. They couldn't really put Nathan Drake in this game, which is why I do like that they did change the protagonist. You know, more depth to these two, which I enjoy a lot. And yeah, it was fun. And then these two. Haven't played either. I will play soon, I promise, but I haven't even popped it in yet. And now for the digital games. Like, the worst part of all of these things, because I have to turn on these consoles. Like, I do prefer just, like, going through one by one and stuff. The Switch was easy. It was part handheld and stuff. But here, you gotta wait for the TV to turn on and wait with me, and that's not good content. It's boring. No one likes waiting. Well, at least no one likes waiting in a video. That makes no sense. Oh yeah, that's me again. Just waiting for PS5 to boot up. Booting. Did I put it in power off mode or something? It doesn't take this long usually. Oh, so I really nice little opening, but I really hate how there's one just like thing in the opening where if you only the first time you open your PS5 does it do this really cool animation to show the power of PS5. Yeah, whatever. Oh, cool. I'll look at that sale later, but focus. Yeah. Also, yeah, that's my name. And my profile picture is me and Faye, because she's pretty, and I like her a lot. Well, for a while it was Phoenix, and Miles Edgeworth, and Maya Faye, and then Sky, and now it's Mia. Hooray. I have Fortnite, and I don't care what people say. I enjoy Fortnite still. I do admit, these last seasons have been really bad. Its fan base is cringe, and some of these seasons are also cringe. But I will not lie, and I will say I am a huge fan of the online multiplayer games like this. Battle Royales. I like Battle Royales, okay? I'm not saying I like all of them, but I like some, and Fortnite I enjoy. Street Rage 4. I just go here, I guess. I enjoyed Astro's Playroom. Of course, you know, it's just a tech demo, really, but it was like a history of PlayStation thing, and I played it when I was more informed of video games and their history and stuff. So yeah, Astro's Playroom, greatly enjoyed it, a lot, for a tech demo at least. It was free. Astro's. I don't have VR. I don't care. Celeste. Of course, there are physical copies of this game, but they're highly amounts of money, and I don't think I'll ever get a physical copy, so I decided not to print a box art for this. But still, Celeste was fun, yeah. And Danganronpa 1 and 2 Reload, there are physical copies on like Walmart brand new, which I didn't know until after I printed out the box. I just didn't want to waste paper at that point, and also because I thought I could get a better price on eBay. But you know, still here, digital. Days Gone, I had PlayStation Plus 1 point. I got it for the collection. I didn't play it. Doom 64, I had an extra couple of like cents in my wallet, and it was on sale, so I thought, screw it, I haven't played it yet though. Fall Guys, I enjoy Fall Guys a lot. At one point, Fall Guys became free if you have PlayStation Plus, and you already can't play Fall Guys unless you get it on PlayStation Plus, unless you have PlayStation Plus in the first place. I don't think there's a local play or anything. You can only do online play if you have PlayStation Plus. So I can only play this game when I have PlayStation Plus. So with me getting it with the PlayStation Plus subscription for free, I didn't have to buy it, and every time I get PlayStation Plus, I can just play it whenever I want. It's not restricted, yeah. And then when I run out of PlayStation Plus, I'm not gonna play it anyway, because if I owned this game and didn't have PlayStation Plus, like what would I do? I would do nothing. Me not being able to play this game when PlayStation Plus runs out, it's perfect because like that it's really convenient basically. Oh, Genshin Impact. Don't like this one that much. The GTA trilogy. I'm not really a big fan of these just women in limited clothing here. I mean, I don't really care. Really, I don't really mind. It's not really my thing. Gravity Rush Master Digital, Resident Zero Dawn Digital, and I like the art book it came with. I am bread. I just like being bread. It's funny. and fun. Yeah, it's bread inside, which I will play one day. I promise. It's not that long even. Kill la Kill IF. I loved Kill la Kill. I haven't finished it yet. I haven't finished a lot of things media in my life, but I loved Kill la Kill IF. It was just a very fun 3D fighting game. My only issue is I bought this game for $10, and a year later, a full year later, that is when I find out that there is a physical copy of this game on eBay. You can buy for like $20. $20 is not even that much money. It's not that much money physically, $20. And I got it here anyway. So yeah, I will get a physical copy of this game soon, but for now, I'm okay with it being digital because I didn't know at the time there's physical copies. Limbo. This is my thing of Little Nightmares 2 that I got. Little Nightmares 2 that I got that PlayStation now restricted, but it's okay because I won't. If I want to replay it, I'll just play on my computer because it became free at one point. All this stuff. My friend Pedro. Quite possibly. I know I said I didn't like shooters, but this shooter is so much fun. It's not third. It's I don't know. Is it third person? Is it what type of? It's like a 2D. I'm gonna call it second person. I don't even know what it is. It's 2D shooter. It's a 2D shooter. It's a 2D shooter where you're not really behind the perspective. Your camera view is technically. I don't know how to explain how it works. Like, imagine Mario, the camera angle of Mario game. You move, the camera's with you in that type of Mario game. But, shooting instead. It is a lot of fun. Of course, it is kind of like a sequel, like a reboot of Pedro, or My Friend Pedro, or Pedro or something. But, I had a lot of fun with it. My favorite shooting game of all time, I think. Persona 3, Dancing in Moonlight, Persona 4, Dancing All Night, and Persona 4, Dancing in Starlight. I got this trilogy for like $15. For $15 for all three of the games was a steal, and I've played Persona 3, 4, and 5. All great JRPGs, some of my favorite, not my favorite, but some of my favorite JRPGs. And the only one I beat was 4, because 4 was the only one with a concrete story you could actually follow and get behind. And 4 had, I'm not gonna say 4 are my favorite songs, but had some of my favorite remixes. 5 and 3, I don't really know if you could say I could beat 5 and 3. I beat 4 story mode. 5 and 3, I guess their story mode is like the free time links you have, but they don't really count. And if you do look, you can see my Persona 5, my original Persona 5 has that PlayStation Plus thing. I did have the disc for it, but I loaned it to a friend because she wanted to play Persona 5, but she wanted to try Persona because she hadn't tried it yet, so I just lent her my copy, and then I got PlayStation Plus, so I played on PlayStation Plus for a bit, so I could see my old play file because it's really bad, limited saves and stuff, but whatever. I will beat Persona. The only reason I wanted to play all the songs in Persona 3, but I haven't because one of the songs in Persona 3 is the credit sequence of the answer, and I don't want to look at that yet until I beat the answer on Persona 3 on my PS2, so I've been holding off. And I did all the songs in P5, P5 dancing, but I still need to do all the free time links. So yeah, I've been waiting. Resident Evil, same, PS Plus, whatnot, PS Plus thing. Runbow, and actually, I'll talk about Rocket League first. I already talked about this actually, but Rocket League became free. I got it on PlayStation because online was better here, and I don't need PS Plus to play online here. Runbow! I had fun with Runbow. Of course, normally would have got it physically, but it was $3, so yeah. But still, I want to get it physically on Wii U or Switch, so I will get it one day. But for now, it's here, PS4, because I got it for $3 and the DLC for $1. Yeah. Street Fighter 5 again, PS Plus exclusive. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. My sister downloaded this game digitally when she was borrowing my PS5 for a bit to play one of her games, and then she took her account off, but I never got rid of this game. It's just kind of been sitting here for a while. I haven't got rid of it, but yeah. Super Batman R. I do now have a physical copy of this game, but I bought it on PS4 originally, digitally. It's probably my biggest regret of buying stuff, which is really cool because it was only $8, so yeah. Super Meat Boy. I could have gone the DS game, but I decided to get this game on PS4. I haven't tried it yet, but it looks like a really quality 2D platformer. It looks really different. Super Hot. Super Hot. It was. I already mentioned this in the Xbox One video, but it's just fun. Super hot. Going slow-mo. Time moves when you move, yeah. I haven't tried Surgeon Simulator yet. I'm probably never going to get VR ever in my life, but yeah. It came with a bundle of Iron Bread, and I'm hoping I can play controller. All I was going to talk about is a PS Plus game. That's disappointing. Okay. Yeah. I think I've talked about everything. The entire digital collection in my very lonely, very lonely environment of life, way of life. Yeah, that's everything. Anyway, that concludes the PS4, PS5 video. This was an hour long. Holy sh. Okay, I didn't really plan for this to be an hour long, but yeah, it was an hour. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I tell you to subscribe because I still have a long way to go. Definitely, I'm like halfway through. So yeah, if you want to see more, then just, I don't know, research again. I'll probably make a new one within 2 to 3, even 4 days, but we're gonna look at these deals now. Alright, see ya.